Naja Abdullah, the man behind Somalia's coffee revolution. Let's see what's going on.
Coffee is gifty from Africa to the world. Yet we don't have an international brand. We envision to create a global brand that represents Africa into the global arena. I believe a brand from Somalia can represent it and can make a big success in a global arena for the coffee and African hospitality industry. In 2019, we started a Beydan from the small street. That was our first coffee shop. There was no other store in our area, and it was a very difficult place to come. After years back, when we started at Beydan, now where we are, the street is the most visited, most expensive street in the city. It's our Istiklal Chadesi. There is so many coffee shops. It's like an Istiklal street for Somalia, Mogadishu. It was a long journey. I got a scholarship from Turkey in 2011. When I came to Turkey, there was a drought in Somalia, and the situation was very bad. Turkish government wanted to help Somalia, but not only to help for a short term. They wanted to build the better future for Somalia. That's why they decided to bring students from Somalia to Turkey. We all knew our goal is to back to Somalia and contribute the nation building in our part. I always used to dream how I can change my country.
Okay, so let's just take a pause there. Remember the video watching about how Turkey helped Somalia, and when the drought happened in Somalia, it was tragic. There was people starving to death. There was no food. There was no water. There was people dying on the floor because they had no food or drink. And Turkey actually helped Somalia, and then not only did they help with the drought, with the famine, and they also took some of the children, some of the students to Turkey to give them better education. And then this person right here, I think, is a product of that, of that scholarship from Turkey, that has gone to learn his craft, learn his trade, learn his education in Turkey, and he applied experience and the knowledge that he's taken from there to open up his own thing back in Somalia. So that scholarship or that has worked out well for the country, because now look, this guy was once a young boy, and now he's come back as a full grown man, giving back to the country from the education that he's got from Turkey. So you can tell that that scholarship worked out successfully, and shout out to him and Turkey as well. So yeah, big ups Turkey indeed.
It's a culture, it's a craftsmanship, it's where community meets and always have a productivity. What I saw in Turkey was more than consuming a coffee. I learned a lot of things about the coffee, about a building brand, and how I envisioned a Beydan to make it in Somalia. Our customers, they always like our service, and the other recognitions we have got is and the biggest and most well-known awards in Somalia is Somali International Awards. We have won the best business in Somalia in 2022. That was the biggest award we have received. In 2023, we have received the best coffee shop in Mogadishu Coffee Festival, but is the most respected and the most well-known. So I will encourage to every person in my continent, fellow Africans, don't underestimate your impact. People from Somalia, I mean, most of them are tea drinkers by culturally, but now the coffee culture is growing day by day, and most of the younger generation and I'm so proud how they welcome the coffee culture. The reason it's growing is how we modernize the coffee shops. Coffee shop is not only for is the social place people can meet, communities can have co-working spaces, and it's the only social area people can come together, especially the younger generation. The younger generation they need.
So let's just pause here, because this is when I used to do when we reacted to other coffee videos about the Somali ladies and the coffee culture in general in Somalia making a big comeback. And by the way, I've never seen this video, and now he's literally confirming and regurgitating the points that we've been making. How the coffee culture is making a big comeback. It's not just a place where you drink coffee, it's also a place where you socialize. Culturally it's been a big part of Somalia's identity for so long. And of course it was tea more so, but coffee and tea is literally the same thing in terms of it's just a hot beverage. It's good to see. And look at this. This is probably one of the shops that we've reacted to, and this is why I like this channel, man. This is why I love this channel, because you just sometimes you see some things that you just don't expect from Somalia. Sometimes you see someone that just proves the points that you've been making, you've been talking about. And yeah, guys, anyone watching, anyone that's got a bit of a business mind, I'm telling you, I've said this before, way back before this video, and of course take advice from what this man says. Oh, it's not me. But I'm saying to you, the coffee business in Somalia is where it's at. Personally, from what I've seen, I think the modernization of Somalia now, along with its deep inherited culture of drinking tea, shah, and if you bring those two together, and the youth as well, also kind of taken up this, this matcha, this Starbucks kind of, what I'm saying, mantra. If you put all that together and then start a coffee shop in Somalia, I think that's where it's at, I think that's where it's at. I'll definitely keep an eye on that side.
More than coffee. They need a space to walk, they need spaces that they can have a good conversation with their friends and family, and I think that impacts how they welcome the coffee industry. We created a lot of jobs. We trained a lot of baristas, chefs, and 99 or 100% are Somalis. We brought professionals from abroad. They train our locals, and we get the education. The coffee industry or food and beverage industry is a male-dominated industry.
Bro, sorry to keep pausing this, but he's so not only has he returned back to Somalia, made a difference, he's also made business where the local people can get jobs now. And now, see this guy, say he franchises, because this is very successful. He opens a new spot in Mogadishu, and then he franchises all over the country now. And there's a lot of people with a lot of jobs just because of this. So respect to this brother.
It's not only on small businesses. The impact is in everywhere. It's in the people like me, people who studied in healthcare. It's huge. I believe I'm one of the impacts, and Beydan is one of the impacts. Dreams are also possible in Somalia. People can invest in Somalia.
100%.
They can do what they do in other countries. Everything is possible. International brands and international investors can invest in Somalia. Security is improving day by day. Population is growing very fast, and we have a few international brands that comes to Somalia. But Somalia needs more investments, foreign investments, and I believe whoever comes first gets the most. As a young entrepreneur, if you want to change your country,
this man, I swear down, I've never watched this video. I don't know this person, but he's literally regurgitating everything I said, yeah. But the difference is, I've just been saying it based on videos that I've seen and a bit of research that I do. This man is saying it because he's been there and done it. Literally everything I said in terms of how the coffee market is making a big comeback, especially the Somali women. They've done bits with coffee, and he's saying how Somalia is developing day by day, bit by bit. He's also said there's a lot of opportunities available, and he said the people that come first are the ones that are going to eat the most. Literally, that's what he said. And let me check how long ago. And this video was 4 days ago. Very extremely recent. This video was 4 days ago. And first of all, shout out to TRT Africa and Najib Abdullahi. But guys, this is it. This is just not talk. It's just not me with the camera, reacting to video talk. This man has been there, done it, and he's saying the same exact thing.
you don't have to aim to change the whole country. You start by creating small changes.
Definitely.
That small changes can impact a lot of people. You can change your neighborhood, you can change your family, you can change your city. It always starts small. And one day you will see your impact going big. You will never imagine from the beginning how you can impact in your country, in your continent. But believe me, if you start from small, you will see the impact.
Okay, what's a video? Do you know what? I didn't expect this video to be this, this relatable to the channel, to what we've been talking about in terms of the developments of Somalia, specifically businesses, specifically coffee, specifically, this aesthetically pleasing, coffee rooftop with a beach view, modern designs and whatnot. So this video is basically confirmation of what we've been talking about, guys. If you've been an avid watcher, regular listener of this channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So you've seen it here for yourself, guys. You've seen it here first. This video was made 4 days ago. I had absolutely no idea, and even when we came to react to it, I didn't think it would be this this important for the channel. Especially I don't think it would be this relatable for this channel specifically because of what we've been talking about. But you heard it here, guys, man. The man, he's been there, done it, started a business in Somalia from scratch, and look where he's at now. He's got a lot of awards. He's got one of the best Somali business award in London, ISA, International Somali Award. I only know that because it's held in London, and I've heard of it before anyways, yeah. And then he's got the best business in Mogadishu. He's won all the awards. So he's basically left the blueprint for us, and we just need to follow it. We need to be smart. And yeah, guys, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion? Has it for the people that are viewing this channel for the first time, has this, kind of surprised you? The development in Somalia, this huge business rise, economic flow, a lot of people returning, a lot of skilled people back, a lot of jobs being created. Yeah, I can't lie to you. It's very optimistic to be a Somali now, especially if you're one of them was that thinking back of going back in the future. And now, amongst all that, now there's huge barrels of oil. Turkey have completed the investigation, the searching. They found it. They know where they're going to go. They know where they're going to dig. Now it's only the operation left. It's getting the equipment shipped over from Turkey to here, and starting the process. So yeah, man, very exciting times ahead for the country. It's important that you know, it's important that everyone sticks together and yeah, man, just welcomes this change because we've been needing this change for the damn longest. But yeah, man. Guys, before we leave, I want you to encourage you to click the link below. It's gonna take you to a Patreon page where you can where you can become a member. You know, it's the Somali diaspora. We don't really have page that's dedicated especially to us. That's all about to change. We have it right here. Click the link below in the description. Become a member. It's the price of a coffee, guys, and I'll see you there. I'm out of here.